Why did you buy it? Richie, you must be crazy. Why did you buy this Traxxas car?
Well, I bought it because it was really cheap. In fact, it was half price as my local hobby store was closing down here in California. But there's a little bit of history behind this car. Has Richie bought a good one or a dud one? Let's get it unboxed and see.
Well, here it is, my new Traxxas Summit. If I'm looking a little bit warm, it is about 85 degrees out there in Northern California. Time is coming up on 6:30 at night. What is there to like about the Summit? Well, it is the ultimate go-anywhere machine. It's not a monster truck. It's not a crawler either. It's like a combination of the two. It will go over just about anything. I borrowed my friend Alan's in New Jersey a couple of years back. Absolutely love the thing. But is it an expensive Traxxas car? I would say yes. At its original launch price, it was over $600. Now around about $500. My local model store, as they were closing down, sold me this for half price on here. This car has only been run about twice. There were some issues with it. It's that old, they can't quite remember whether it was the 2-speed transmission causing problems or the front or rear lockable diffs causing problems. But I'd like to think whichever one of those it is, I can sort it out in fairly short order. The long and the short of this is this car was basically going to be repaired, going to be sent back under warranty. Neither of those things ever happened. Buried in the storeroom until the store closed down and it came up for sale again. It's even got the original batteries and chargers with it. So let me get it out of the box, get the batteries charged up, and let's see if Richie's bought a bargain or not. But at less than half price for a Traxxas Summit, not too bad. As I say, it's got 2-speed transmission and front and rear lockable diffs. And give its monster truck size tyres, it will monster up and over just about anything. This is one of the only cars I have driven that will climb up steps. And if you get it working, I have the ultimate set of steps to take this thing up like you have never seen before. What is there to like about the Summit? Well, we've got beadlock wheels all round, 6 LED lights at the rear, 4 at the front, low centre of gravity chassis, waterproof electronics all round, GTR shocks, which is always the plus, 2-speed high and low transmission, Titan 775 motor with high torque, and think of this as a bit of a pre-runner to the Traxxas Sportec, as this comes with locking differentials both front and rear. And 20 batteries and charger included. This is one of the biggest unboxings I've done in quite a while. Our 4-channel TQI radio. I believe these front locking diff, rear locking diff, height, low gear on here, adjustable steering trim, multifunctional dial, etc, etc. Oh man, classic Richie style. Upside down. Like as I say, this car is pretty much brand new. And a quick start guide, which I shall need to read before getting this thing going. Fairly extensive bag of tools, warranty card, few stickers, etc, etc. Nickel metal hydride car charger, which will probably never see the light of day. Some Summit hardware, not even fitted to the car. One rather upside down car. If anybody is a regular viewer of this channel, you'll know I do this, or used to do this, on quite a regular basis. And the batteries, I believe, are still in the car. But for less than half price, gut feel is, I might got a bargain with this because these tyres don't look like they've even seen the light of day. And I was told this had run a couple of times, but these tyres look brand new to me. You ever bought a used RC car and think you might have got the bargain of the century? These tyres have not seen light of day, any mud or water or anything. If so, somebody has cleaned them better than anybody I know could possibly clean them. Gut feel is Richie might have snagged a bargain on here. Let's just see what the problem is. Need to get some batteries for that transmitter, get the car batteries, which are inside it, charged up. Well, whilst the batteries are charging, let's take a quick spin around the outside of the car. 4 LEDs at the front on there. Check out my fist against the size of the tyres. They're like monster truck tyres, but like I say, this isn't necessarily a monster truck. It'll crawl over just about anything though. Gut feel is, at around about half the list price, this thing is going to be absolutely awesome value for money, because anything that has potentially gone wrong with it inside ain't going to cost $250 to fix. Now, I've always loved the Summit, but I always thought it was slightly overpriced. Why do I love it? Well, if you've owned one, or do own one, or considering owning one, it's probably because of this ability. That's probably coming up on, ooh, what, 10 inches of ground clearance from the wheels? Not too bad to my mind. thumbs up if you like that one, boys and girls. Oh, just check out that. Well, time to find out if Richie's got a bargain or not. Now, they told me this car had been driven a couple of times and had a transmission issue, but I literally, it shows no evidence from the outside of having driven anywhere. But the fact it's got the batteries, I believe, on the inside. Look at that body. Clean as can be. This thing has not seen the light of day. So to anyone that's wondering why this is such a capable machine, inboard suspension. If you've got an Arma Nero, you'll be familiar with that. Sorry, couldn't resist that pun there. Same inboard suspension at the back. A Titan 775 motor on there. Twin servos for steering. The other two servos, well, one will do high and low transmission and one will do locking the front and rear diffs. Our ESC, Titan 775 motor. Traxxas connectors all round. Note the batteries are already in place. Then fit some air batteries in the transmitter and let's see if Richie's bought a bargain or not. But as you can see from the condition of this thing, even if the 2-speed transmission is gone or the front or the rear diffs aren't locking, it is not going to cost more than half the price of this car to repair it. The word bargain is calling my name. Well, first of all, in this video, I would like to say many thanks to my friend Alan, back in New Jersey, runs the channel Fistful of Throttle on YouTube, and he has had one of these cars for a number of years and gave me a lot of advice and tips and tricks as to things to troubleshoot this car tonight. And check out that ground clearance. You've got pretty much an iPhone's worth of ground clearance under the car. Well, got the batteries on charge, and while sometimes people knock Traxxas, just check out that suspension travel. Absolutely keeping it child friendly. Awesome. Simply unbelievable. You can see why they wanted to protect that inboard suspension design so much. Absolutely outstanding. Cannot wait till those batteries are charged and find out what's wrong with this thing. Or not, as the case may be, because this is looking like a brand new car. Okay, now when it comes to the Summit, we've got 3 micro servos as well as the 2 steering servos at the front here. This one controls the front locking differential while running to the front there. Traxxas have come a long way with the TRX4 and TRX6. This servo here at the front runs right the way down to the back differential, and this little servo here controls the 2-speed transmission. Now I have to say, the one thing about Traxxas trucks where they put the batteries in underneath is an absolutely outstanding design to my mind on there. Both batteries in there, fire your batteries in my transmitter. Time to read the instruction manual before I turn it on to make sure we've got the diffs, gears, etc. set up. And the key bit I want to read up on the transmitter before we start it off is this. Hard over to the left, unlock both diffs. Middle position, lock front diffs. Rear position, lock both diffs. Depress the lower part of the switch to engage high gear. Depress the upper switch to engage low gear. So for the minute, I'm going to turn it on low gear and with all the diffs unlocked. Time to power it up. Okay, first things first, got my 4A batteries in the transmitter. Batteries fully charged up on the car. Have I bought a dud or not? I don't think it's require a lot of work to sort this out if I have bought a dud on here. Low speed, high speed. I'm going to keep it in low speed for the minute. All diffs unlocked. Front diff locked. Both diffs locked. So for the minute, let's put it on all diffs unlocked and keep it in low speed. Turn it on, which would really help. Had you known what I filmed earlier, turn it on the receiver here. Okay, so we've seen the servo move around there. So click the middle position, front diff lock. So that has moved round. Click it again, rear diff lock. That has moved round. So both of those servos are working, but for the minute, I'm going to put them in the unlocked position. High and low speed gear. That's working. Okay, high speed, low speed. In the meantime, just check out those 4 LED lights at the front and the 6 at the rear. Well, I was just about to take it outside to test it, and then it occurred to me it would be far more sensible to test it on the bench with all the wheels off the ground to see what the problem was. I believe this car did have some problem on here. So, all the diffs unlocked, squeeze it, the throttle. Got an issue with this front wheel on here. Will they? So with the front diff locked, will they both turn? No, they won't. I was worried, should the rears be turning at all? Of course they are, Rich, it's 4-wheel drive. Okay, so with all of the diffs locked, are they going to turn? So it appears it's maybe a front differential problem in here, which is not going to be too big an issue to sort out, I believe. That is very stiff, like it's just catching on something in there. But on the plus side, steering, everything else works. Gut feel is, this is not going to cost a lot other than a bit of my time to sort out, in which case this could be the Traxxas bargain of the absolute century. So did Richie buy a bargain or not? Well, all I found so far is that problem with the front wheel sticking on there, but that should take nothing more than time to rectify that problem because the car barely looks like it's ever been driven on here. Last night I was having quite some problems with the ESC. I thought I'd call it a day, come back to it again this morning. When I've tried again today, earlier on the ESC light came on, but I didn't seem to be able to program it with any of the functionality that's described in the manual. The car began to behave a little bit erratically, and I was thinking, was it the ESC or was it the receiver? So I got this spare brushed ESC just connected in order to power up the receiver, and the receiver paired with the transmitter straight away. I had the steering functionality on there, and this motor was running absolutely perfectly on there. So I am thinking it is the ESC. Now this Traxxas one, it is from Traxxas, $179 new. You can get them for about $100 new on eBay, but I've seen somebody done a quick run, a twin motor quick run upgrade, and so you think twin motor, Rich, it's only got one motor. Yeah, but if you look at this, they have got two wires. They have got two positive wires and two negative wires going to that motor. Somebody else on YouTube had done an upgrade using a quick run 880 motor, yours for $33 on Amazon. So I've put one of those in order, gonna fit that on Sunday, and hopefully you will see this car run very, very soon indeed. I'm gonna use the time while I wait for the ESC to sort the front of the car out. But do I regret buying this car? Not at all. I think I've got an absolute bargain. Would be a little bit painful if I had to buy the original Traxxas ESC, but then this was known to be slightly problematic from the start. Well, in conclusion, did Richie buy a dud or a bargain? A slight mixture of both, but I think for the price that I paid for this car of under $250 for something that is clearly, from looking at these tyres, not virtually turned a wheel ever outside, I think it's an absolute bargain. Anyway, as ever, I show the bad and the good of all my RC cars. If you don't want to miss this one running, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Well, thumbs up if you like this video, guys. Post any comments you might have in the comment section below the video and hit the circle below to subscribe. And if you do hit the circle, don't forget to hit the bell.